Wembley Stadium, where legacies are written and doubts are exposed. For Arsenal, this is proof. For Manchester City, this is power. The student versus the master. Mikel Arteta versus Pep Guardiola. One game, one trophy, one statement. Hello, Gooners. Hello, football fans. And welcome to our Carabao Cup Final preview. Arsenal versus Manchester City at Wembley on Sunday, 4:30 kickoff. But before we go any further, welcome, Richard. How you doing, mate?
Brilliant, mate. And yourself?
Yeah, not bad. Can't complain. This is a big one, isn't it?
Yes, definitely is. It's the first of four possible this season. Exactly.
The possible quad. Possible quad. And it's we're going to be doing a watch along for it, obviously, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
And so join us for that, guys. Don't forget on Sunday we'll start at 3:30.
Yeah.
And then obviously the kickoff is at 4:30. So yeah, we've been waiting a while for this one, Rich. Before we crack on, how are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, we know what we've got to do. We've got to turn up. We've got to be the better team, and show we want it more than City.
Good point. So the pundits, what do you think the pundits are saying about? I mean, I've got a few possible suggestions here. Let me read these to you. Sorry if I keep looking over, guys. I'm just referring to my notes. So if Gary Neville is commentating, let's say, I'll tell you what, this feels different for the first time. Arsenal walk into a final against City. They don't feel like they're inferior. And then I've got another suggestion, which is Carragher style. Yeah, but let's not get carried away. City have been here. They know how to win these games. Arsenal are still trying to prove they can. Is that true, do you think?
Well, we haven't won anything since the 2019-20 FA Cup and the Community Shields under Arteta. So, yeah, we're still trying to prove that we can win trophies on a consistent basis under Arteta. But we haven't been beaten against City in 5 games, so at least 5 games. So our recent record against them is good. We're top of the league. We're through the Champions League quarterfinals. We're through to the FA Cup quarterfinals, and this is our first piece of silverware we can lift this season.
So would you say Arsenal are proving it to themselves and to the Arsenal fans, or are they trying to prove it to everybody?
They've got to prove it to. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. They've got to prove to themselves and our fan base that they can. Okay, that will settle nerves in both sets, because until you lift a trophy and you can prove you can do it, there will always be doubts. It's human nature. Settle those doubts, quieten the noise around it, and it helps for the rest of the season.
Fair said. And let's be honest, Man City aren't the team they were, are they?
Oh, they're not. I mean, let's be honest. Pep got it wrong against Real Madrid in the Champions League. He hasn't got it completely right, and there are people out for him this time. Guardiola is injured. Gay can't play. He's cup tied. So I think John Stones and maybe Diaz, if they're fit. I think Pep's already said he's playing James Trafford in goal. So So it's not Donnarumma, who'd probably be the one who didn't want him to play, if you were being honest. So that defence can be got at. It's been proven it can be got at. How Arteta does that and how he goes about that, I don't want to see too much of a veering away of what's got us this far in the season.
Fair comment again, mate. To be fair, Donnarumma has been their saviour in a lot of games, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean he's made mistakes as well. I mean, a bit of a mistake for our equaliser in the league. Got caught in no man's land really, and got lobbed. And but he's got an impressive amount of clean sheets for the time he's been here, and he's one of the best keepers in the world. There's no, and has been for a long time.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it's not. I mean, we'd have him at Arsenal, wouldn't we? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're looking for if you were looking for a keeper to challenge David Raya, he would be the one. He's going to keep you. He's going to gain you more points than he loses you over a season, and I mean, there's only a few others you'd be thinking of taking over Raya, and that's probably Becker, though he's on the decline because of his injuries record. Courtois. I'd still take Neuer because I mean he is the ultimate sweeper keeper. I mean he might not be the agility and the reflexes might be going, but with the ball at his feet and playing out from the back and being able to sweep, he's shown he's still one of the best in the world at that. So.
I mean, we can't take anything away from Kepa as well. Kepa's done really well this season.
Yeah, I mean, later on we'll get into our predicted lineups, but for me, he's been our cup goalkeeper, and he deserves to keep that spot. Mm-hmm. And it does present Arteta a thing, but it depends on what was promised and what was. Or what was said at the beginning of the season, isn't it? And we're not. No one's privy to that, so we won't know until the team lineup comes out.
Exactly. As you said, mate, we'll do a predicted 11s later on in the show.
Yeah.
Who's under the most pressure for you, us or Man City?
I think the pressure's equal, but it's different for both. For us, it's our first trophy in a season where we're going for a quad. It could springboard us into the league title, and then an FA Cup and a Champions League, lose it, and it could derail the whole season, depending on how we lose it. And for City, their season could start to unravel as well. They've just gone out of the Champions League. They're 9 points behind us in the league.
Yeah.
This could leave them with two. Losing on Sunday would leave them two possible titles, and one of them looking difficult, with the Premier League looking difficult as well. So they could go down to one, and then they could, as they're facing Liverpool, they could be out of by April. They could be in one competition, and then by the end of April, beginning of May, they might end up with no trophies this season. That's a lot of pressure especially for a manager of Pep's standing and trophy haul.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario for City, it could be a trophyless season.
Yeah.
Do you think the Man City fans are going to accept that? And do you think they'll be calling for Guardiola to move on, or?
I don't think they call for Guardiola to move on there because he's
got a lot of credit in the bank, hasn't he? He's got a lot of credit in the bank.
He's brought them so much success. Happy you going from a quad to nothing, you're never going to be happy with that, are you? No. And I mean, they realise the squad's not good, and not the calibre of previous seasons. They know Guardiola hasn't quite got it right in some games this season. The Real Madrid, the case in point away, he got his tactics all wrong. And you never know if he may leave, or this may spur him on to another season at least, and try and leave with more trophies under his belt. I mean, or it could be a Wenger-like scenario where he stays out one season too long.
Yeah, which could be possible. Right, mate. Stats. Have you got any stats you want to go into?
Yeah, I definitely do. So, hold on to you. So, we have only lost one of our last 14 visits to Wembley as a neutral venue. And that, ironically, was the 2018 League Cup Final against Manchester City, which we lost 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
We've drawn or won all the others. We've drawn two Community Shields, one against City in 23, one against Liverpool in 2020. We won the FA Cup Final against Chelsea in 2020. The FA Cup semi-final against Manchester City 2020. Then Community Shield 2017 was a draw, but we won on penalties. Then the FA Cup Final 2017, the FA Cup semi-final against Man City in 2017, Community Shield 2015, lots there. In the FA Cup, we've won 20. We've played 25, won 16, drawn 1, lost 8. The League Cup, played 7, won 2, lost 5. Community Shield, played 11, won 7, drawn 1, lost 3. Champions League, we've won 6. Well, we've played 6, won 2, drawn 1, lost 3. Premier League, we've played 2, drawn 1, lost 1. So, just counting the games where we've played as a neutral venue, we've played 43, won 25, drawn 2, lost 16, with 59 goals scored and 45 conceded. So, and Leonardo Trossard is the only member of the current squad who has scored at Wembley for us. But Eberechi Eze netted a winner against City in last season's FA Cup final. Bukayo Saka scored 2 on his last 2 outings at Wembley for England.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that sort of list can go on, but they're the main ones. I've got a few here for us against where is it? Yeah, against City.
Mm-hmm.
So 2014 FA Cup final, we win 3-0. FA Cup final 2017, we win 2-1. 2018 City win 3-0, and the 2023 Community Shield was a draw, but we won on penalties. We've played for with 2 wins apiece. So we've scored 3 goals. They've scored 6 in that head-to-head.
Fair enough.
So I mean, City have the edge in the League Cup because they won the final the last time we faced them in the final, but it's going to be a tight affair, and you've got to think we had a shaky start against Pep under Arteta, but as I said, in the last 5 matches we haven't lost against them, so we've turned it around, and it's a lot more even. And as we mentioned just a minute ago, City aren't that forced to, and haven't got that aura about them now.
Yeah. I mean, they've still got prolific goal scorer, and Foden's still there, isn't he? He scores goals.
Yeah.
So
I would say that Haaland hasn't been prolific since the turn of the year. In the first part of the season, he was on fire, but dip in form, bit of confidence crisis, don't know what, but he hasn't hit the back of the net as regularly as or as often as he should, and that's un-Haaland-like.
So I'm just going to go back a bit, right? So since Zinchenko and Jesus joined the team, that was a turning point for Arsenal for a change around, wasn't it? And this team that we've got now, Arsenal have evolved, haven't they?
Yeah.
What positives do you see since the Jesus, Zinchenko coming in?
Well, that was really, I mean, if you think about it, it was a turning point from going for challenging for a Champions League place to challenging for a title, and we've evolved since over that time, and we've moved on from both. They gave us that boost to get to where we are now. Now we've just got to get that deal done, and get it over the line. I think Arteta tried to do what Guardiola did, and it couldn't beat him. Maybe that's because City at the time were too good, and he could have maybe tried again, but he evolved, and he now plays the percentages, and the percentage game so far this season you can't knock. You might not like what you're seeing on the pitch, but it's getting results, and if it delivers multiple trophies this season, I'm not going to complain about it.
No, you won't hear a complaint. You won't hear a complaint from me either, mate. You won't. Yeah. We're living up to the old statement, aren't we? This season, especially this season, defenses win your leagues.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at, I'll tell you, because I can get the Premier League table up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's So let's have a look.
While you're looking at that as well, Richard, I want you
Yeah.
to think about this, right? While you're getting that up, right? Even though we've played so well this season, me and you and the community in the North Bank, don't forget to give us a like, share, and subscribe, guys. We've criticised when we've had to, even though it's been a great season. We've actually criticised when we've had to, haven't we?
Yes, we have. I mean, it's something that we. So I mean, we've had 15 clean sheets this season out of 31 games.
It's impressive.
So that tells you we don't get scored against very often, and if you're not conceding, and the other team knows you're not conceding, that puts pressure on them, especially when they're defending our attacks and set pieces and bits and pieces, and pressure tells. It always does.
Yeah, of course
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're playing. I play Warhammer 40k. If you put in enough pressure on an opponent, they eventually, if they can't handle the pressure, they eventually crumble.
Yeah. So let's break it down a bit before we do our predicted 11. But let's break it down. We do this every game now, but it's a good way of working it out. What do you want? What do you think you'll see from Arsenal, and what do you think Arteta will give us on Sunday? Right?
I expect it to be. I expect it pretty to much be a mirror of the league encounter we've had so far, where City will sit deep and will try and hit us on the counter and go over the top. What I'd like to see from us, and what I'd like to see Arteta do, is maybe use Eza and probably Rice, or even Gyökeres and Martinelli and Saka on the other side, is to let City have the ball, and when they're attacking, make them, when they commit, hit the spaces behind them, and get into the channels. And because we saw it get in the league where Martinelli raced through, if they play like that and they leave it, he plays a high line like that, we will exploit it, and we are able to exploit it. So I'd like to see a bit of that. Maybe give up a little bit of possession, not all of it. We've got the players to get possession back, and when we've got the ball, do stuff with it. But hit them on the transitions and put them under severe pressure.
Okay, you touched on it when you said that Man City will play deep. Can you expand on it?
Yeah, I mean, against Real Madrid, they played almost 2-1-6. I think it was something. It was ridiculous. And Rodri was at lone pivot, and they had the two full backs there as well. And I think you've got to be brave in that situation and leave one of your attacking players, maybe Eza and maybe a Martinelli and a Gyökeres, and not have them defence, but be ready to spring on the counter with them.
Okay, cool. So let's break this down, right? Okay, look at the transformation. I mean, it is a transformation. Look at the transformation of Declan Rice this season, mate. I mean, he's always been a great player, but he's moved on levels, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he was always a great player, and he probably an rated player because of the way he looks and what he does. But he's evolved under Arteta. Arteta's changed the way we used him, and that's changed over the few seasons he's been here. But his set piece is phenomenal. He can strike a ball and score from outside the box. He can arrive late in the box and score a goal. He gets back. He makes tackles. He makes blocks. He breaks up plays before they start. There's not much the guy can't do, I don't think.
Exactly. And another player I want to mention as well, who this season has probably genuinely been the signing of the season. You know who I'm going to say? Martin Zubimendi, mate.
He controls games. What he can do with the ball, on the ball, is amazing. And he's come up with 6 goals in his first season, which isn't bad or shabby for starting out in the English league. And he just keeps the ball ticking over. He don't give it away very often. He's had the 1 or 2 mistakes, but what player doesn't? But if you wanted to rely on somebody when the pressure's on to move the ball about and get it to a teammate, he's a player you'd want. I don't. He's very similar to a Rice, a Saka, and a Saliba in the fact that his performances aren't going to drop below a 6-7.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd be very surprised if they drop below a 6-7.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I also want to give out a shout to Gyökeres, because at the start of the season, no pre-season, was dropped in the deep end because of an injury to Kai Havertz. Now he's got 16 goals in all competitions. I still think he'll get over 20 goals this season. He's still got time to do that. What's your thoughts on Gyökeres, mate?
He's not pretty, and he's a little bit of a battering ram, but he's been effective. You put the ball to him in the 6-yard box, he'll put it away. You give him a chance, you give him a clear chance, he'll put the ball away. That's without a doubt. And even the one against Everton, if you look, it wasn't anything finesse in it. It was just see, a few yards out. He didn't just toe poke it. He levered it from 6 yards, a few yards out. There isn't any real finesse to it. It's just hit it with raw pace and power and get it on target.
We've finally got a poacher in the box, mate. You know what I mean? Right. That leads me on to the next bit, mate. Actually, it's a good segue. Key battles on Sunday. In your opinion, who are the key battles?
Rodri, Rice, Haaland, Saliba, Gabriel, and probably Gyökeres or Saka and the defenders he's up against.
Okay, cool. That's good. So then I've got to ask, for both teams, this is the same question for both teams. Out of both teams, who has to have a 10 out of 10 game for both teams, mate, in your opinion?
Well, I think Haaland has to if City are to win this. Because even though I like Marmoush and Shirky and that, and I definitely like Semenyo, I don't think they're necessarily the game winners in the match. I think we can nullify them and that. But for us, you're looking whoever's playing the 10. I think, and then whoever's on the wings, one of the wing. If it's Trossard and Saka, those two really.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there is going to be key battles this weekend, and yeah, we do need players to have a 10 out of 10. Do you see a scenario where we could have Gyökeres and Kai on the pitch?
Well, that could happen. I mean, you don't know how fit Havertz is, how fit Odegaard is. As I limped off, how fit and available he will be, whether we'll risk him. You've got an international break coming up, so, and he's going away on that. So, is it worth just giving him minutes from the bench? These are all questions Arteta has to look at and consider, and he'll see what's happened in training this week. He'll have a specific plan and of what he wants to do and how he sees the game playing out.
Yeah.
And that he'll pick the players he thinks can execute that plan to perfection.
Yeah, that's great. Does Max Dowman get a chance in this game, do you think?
From the bench, yes. Not starting, but you're.
Yeah, I was thinking more from the bench. I didn't mean starting 11.
Yeah, I mean, with the best will in the world, this is a cup final. And though he's shown he's capable, don't put pressure on this young man when there's no need to.
So here's a question that I've just thought of, actually. This isn't in my notes. I've just thought about this. Let's give you a scenario where we put Dowman on the right. Do you leave Kai in the middle, or do you put Saka in the middle?
Depends on the game state. I still like Kai. I mean, we've still got Madueke there. He could go on the left, I suppose. But if you're bringing Dowman on, are you trying to win the game, or are you looking at penalties? And I wouldn't be bringing him on to play penalties. So I think it's whatever the game state dictates will dictate whether he comes on. If we're one or two up and you've got 10 minutes to go, I could see him being brought on. But or if we're 1-0 down and we're chasing the game with 15, 20 minutes to go, I can see him being brought on. But otherwise, I don't see him being brought on.
It's a fair comment, mate. It's a fair comment. One more before we move on to other things. Do we go strong because it's a final, or does Kepa start? I mean, we're going to go on to predicted 11 in a second. So, but I've got to ask this question just beforehand. In your opinion,
well, for me, it should be Kepa,
right?
Because he's earned that. He hasn't done really anything wrong in the cups, but if you're going on the basis of you want your best team because it's the final and you want to win it, Raya would be the natural choice, wouldn't he?
Yeah, true. Right, that's fair enough. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. That was all.
Yeah, I mean, I personally would like to see Kepa keep his place, but
yeah. Well, we'll decide that in a minute, mate, when we do the predicted 11. But there are going to be part of the fan base that say you need to go strong, you need Raya. And there's obviously people like yourself who are saying Kepa should keep his place. So that's both sides of the coin, isn't it? You know? Yeah. Right, let's go on to the predicted 11. Okay? So we'll do it as normal. We'll start in goal and we'll work our way down, mate. What formation are you going for, Rich?
4-2-3-1.
So you're going for the Christmas tree?
Yeah, I'm going for it. I think it's the best chance we've got, and the best against City. You've got to respect them. You've got to give them the respect, because you know what they can do if they're on song.
Okay, fair enough. Right, so let's get on with it, mate. Let's obviously, who are you putting in goal?
Kepa for me.
You're putting Kepa.
Yeah.
I don't want to be argumentative. I'm not doing it to be argumentative, but I want Kepa in, but I think he's going to go Raya.
He may well do go Raya, but for me, I think
only because it's a final.
I'm looking the long game. I'm looking 120 minutes penalties, and Kepa's a better penalty saver. But that's And I'd rather him be on the pitch for the whole 120 minutes if that's the case, and not come on for the 20 minutes of extra time, if you get what I mean.
No, I get you, but I will say this: if Kepa's in goal, I'm not going to be disappointed, and if Raya's in goal, I can understand why he's doing it.
Yeah, so can I.
Yeah. So back four, mate. We'll start with we'll work right to left. All right. Who you putting in the right back?
If fit, Timber.
Yeah, if fit, Timber. If not fit,
White.
See, I think Mascara's got a shout. But no, I'd probably start with White because he works well. Well, I say he works well with Saka down that wing, doesn't he?
Yeah, and let's be honest. Though I like Mascara, this is a cup final, and if he's young, he's only, and you do not want a scenario where his mistake costs you a final. So the experience is Ben White, and Timber's the best right back we've got. So it'd be Timber, and if Timber's not fit, White, and then Mascara. But that's how I see it.
Mm-hmm. Right. So who have we gone for? We've gone for Ben White, basically, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right. Fine. It also depends if Odegaard's playing as well, because the three of them down that wing is good. But we'll get to that in a second. Okay, the central defenders. You're going to go Saliba and Gabriel, aren't you?
Yeah, it has to be Saliba and Gabriel, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. Right. Start again. Right wing. Right defence, sorry. Who are you going for?
No, left defence, isn't it?
Sorry, I've done right. Yeah, sorry, left back. Oh, sorry, I'm having a moment, guys.
Yeah.
Left back. Sorry.
I like Calafiori, but I'm going Hincapié. He's just he up and down that wing. He gives something different. He's him and Gabriel together. A little bit of South American passion and angst.
Do you know what? I'm not trying to be awkward with you.
Just to get into Rodri a bit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be awkward with you here, right? But it's going to be Hincapié because he can also put a blooming good ball in as well. But I will say this: if Lewis Skelly was on the pitch to begin with, I wouldn't mind.
I would at left back.
Would you?
He hasn't done. He's been skinned too many times, and he's been done for pace too many times this season. And
okay, fair point. All right, we'll stick with Hincapié again.
The game time or not, I don't know. But I just don't. If it's not Hincapié, I'm all in on Calafiori. He would be, for me, more solid defensively, which is a surprise. When he first came here, it wouldn't be something you would have thought to be saying.
Yeah,
he didn't come across as that.
You make a fair case, so we'll stick with Hincapié. So the back four are White, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Don't forget, guys, get your starting 11s in the comments. Let us know who you think should play for this cup match, and me and Richard will answer to as many comments as we see. Right. So midfield, mate. Who you going midfield?
It has to be Zubimendi and Rice in that double pivot. Has to be.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, actually, really, really agree. Wouldn't be surprised if Norgard came on later in the game if we're winning it. If we're winning it.
Yeah, he can come in, and depending on how you change that midfield dynamics around, he can sit in there. And Zubimendi could be the one going forward, and Moyes could come off. Or
so who do you want in front of them two, mate?
Havertz.
You actually want Havertz? Oh, good shout.
I don't think Odegaard's fit enough to start this, and then it's the case of.
Did Eze take a knock the other day? He did.
He took a knock, but what I'm looking at is City can be with Rodri and if they have Reinders in there, can have a bit of legs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll go with Havertz.
And I want a bit of legs and physicality in there.
Yeah, I'll go with Havertz because I did say at the beginning of the show there was a scenario where Havertz and Gyökeres could play at the same time, didn't I? So yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Right, so it's the front three, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Well, front two and then striker, I guess. So who are you putting on the right wing?
Saka.
Yeah. I think he'll start with Madueke.
I don't. Saka's a big game player. He's Saka will produce. And if you're going to rely on somebody, I like Madueke, but too inconsistent. He'll put a fantastic ball in, and then he'll put 3 wild balls in. And Saka gets up and down the pitch. He does that. He knows that job. He knows that role. He knows what's expected of him, and he's got to prove. He's got to prove himself this season.
I guess. All right, then we'll go Saka. I'll bend down to your superior stat knowledge. Yeah, Saka. Okay. Who's going on the left wing?
Trossard.
Yeah. I love Martinelli, but
I liked what Trossard did against Bayer Leverkusen. He didn't get himself on the score sheet, but he was everywhere on that pitch. You look, he was in the in different areas of a pitch, coming in centrally. He was coming over to right wing. He was pretty much a free given a free role, and it caused Leverkusen a hell of a lot of thing. And he's technically gifted, and let's be honest, even though he hasn't scored for a while, he's still one of our better strikers of the ball, one of our better finishers.
Totally, absolutely, totally. Yeah. And then I take it up front. We're having the old Glock.
I don't see any reason to change it.
Gyökeres, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a decent hold up when he's on it. He can. He's quite good with passes round the corner he'll give it away sometimes, and he'll be clunky sometimes. But if he gets a chance, he's going to lever it and cause a problem. He doesn't usually go for the first ball. He tries to let it bounce and go for the next ball. So he maybe that's instructional, maybe it's because he's not very good aerially, and he decides that if you let it bounce and tussle with a defender, he can outpower the defender and cause an issue that way.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, but what I like about our front three, they're all over the way I'm saying it doesn't sound good, but you'll know what I mean. They are all over the place.
Yeah,
they interchange with each other, and
they're static. They're always moving. They're always looking at where they can be, what they can do to hurt an opponent, and that's why I like that configuration. And to be honest, 60, 70 minutes. If you haven't got any joy from Trossard and Saka, Martinelli and Madueke coming on,
or even Dowman.
Well, if it's 0-0, I'm expecting, and I'm looking at what I'd expect Arteta to do, and he'd go to Madueke, and he'd go to Martinelli, because they've produced on the biggest of stages for so far, and Gelman's still young. He won't want to put any pressure on him to be a match winner in a big title thing, because if he doesn't produce, you can hear what the rival fans and what some of our own fan section would say. And even though it might be something you do with maybe 10-15 minutes to go, you maybe take off a Zubimendi and then chuck Dalman on and move Madueke into the centre like that, just to really go for it.
Yeah,
but it's one of those situations. If you look at the game state and see, does Dalman really look ready for that, needed for that game state? He against Everton, yes, we needed, because it's 3 points. Bringing Dalman on 60 minutes into a cup tie, that's all square, that can backfire.
Yeah.
No offence to the kid, but you're not. He's not a seasoned pro. He can have a moment of relapse in concentration, and that would cost him. And then it's what impact that has on him from fan backlash and rivals bantering him and bits and pieces. Let this kid get the game time that Arteta sees it, play him when he thinks it's right, and let him grow naturally.
Yeah, no, cool. Yeah, get it. Who's the referee for this game? Do you know?
Peter Banks.
Peter Banks, right? Okay. What sort of history have we got with Peter Banks for the Arsenal? Do you know?
We've won 6, drawn 1, lost 5 with him in charge.
1-6, drawn what? 1-6, drawn 1.
Yeah, and lost 5.
Oh, okay, so
pretty good with him. Yeah. Over 50%.
Right, so we've got to the part of that show, mate. As always, predictions time. What are you predicting, dude?
A draw and penalties.
Oh, thanks for that. Fair enough. No. Oh no, I don't want it to go to penalties.
Draw and we'll win it on penalties. That's how I see it going.
All right, fair enough. No, you're entitled to your opinion. It just wasn't what I was expecting.
No, I just think you're playing the percentages and the times we've faced them in the Community Shield like that, it's ended the draw and we've won on penalties.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I want 2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, so even a 1-0 Arsenal would be nice, but I'm quite happy to go 120 minutes and then penalties. It might not be good for the blood pressure or anything else, but
yeah,
it doesn't matter how we win it, just win it.
Yeah, of course. No, I get you. And do you know what?
No, I know the fans in the stadium, and most fans will want it over and done with before that. And in an ideal world, I would. But I'm also old enough and been around to know that, hey, if who would I back in the penalty shootout? I've got Kepa to be my penalty shootout keeper. I'm going to have Gyökeres, Havertz, Saka, Rice, or even Madueke or Odegaard or Eze. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to beat all my takers are going to score before City's score do. I mean, you take Haaland, maybe Bernardo Silva, maybe Foden. After that, who are you going to rely on?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
It's not, and if he's got Trafford, is he going to bring Donnarumma on for penalties? Maybe, but
maybe. Well, only time will tell, mate. Only time will tell. Right, mate. Well, we've basically come to the end of this one.
You said 2-0, didn't you? So yeah,
I did. Yeah.
So if it's 2-0, who's your goal scorers?
Oh, you put me on the spot. Okay. Gyökeres, Saka or Havertz for the second.
For me, if it's a draw, I would have been going a Martinelli and maybe a Haaland for a 1-1 draw, and then it's whoever scores the penalties is but we win on penalties.
All right. Well, let's not stress on the penalties, eh? Let's hope we do it. Let's hope we do it in normal time. Yeah,
it'd be nice. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would. But anyway, guys, we've come to the end of this one. Don't forget to put your starting 11s in the chat. Put your goal scorers in the chat. Me and Richard will answer every single comment. No one's right, no one's wrong. Don't forget. But remember this: Arsenal are looking to prove they've arrived, and City are trying to tell everyone that they never left. That's what Sunday is going to be all about. It's going to be Sunday at Wembley. Wembley. Get your tongue in, Des.
Hey, Wembley.
Control versus chaos, and experience versus hunger. Only one lifts the trophy. And after 3, Richard, 1, 2, 3. Come on, you Gunners! And I tell you what, I hope it is us that lifts the trophy because of the quad. It keeps the quad going.
Yeah. And that puts the fear of God into every other opponent we face.
Exactly, mate. And Richard, thanks so much for doing the show with me today. It's been a brilliant show.
No, brilliant. Thank you.
That intro video was amazing. Well
Thank
done.
you. I'll tell you now how to do it. You go to iMovie. If you've got pictures, you take the pictures depending on what storyboard you use, and then you just wrote the script in as you want. I left it with the generic music background, and you can do it for anything. I love using them, and it makes for quite a cinematic feel to a intro.
Most definitely. So, guys, don't forget, right? Sunday, 3:30, pre-kickoff. We'll be talking about Arsenal's Man City for an hour. Come and join us. Give us your thoughts. Give us your comments in the comments. Join us in the chat. Be part of the community, and then obviously you'll be with us for every single kick of the game, every single emotion. Highs, lows, whatever. So join us at 3:30 on Sunday. Me and the stat man and maybe a few other guests we'll have to see. But until then, take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Love each other. Peace. We're out of here.